Blue and red police lights flashed behind them. Maya clutched her belly, 9 months pregnant. She begged her brother not to stop. But the cops weren't just pulling over a car. They were about to block the mayor's wife. Jamal's grip tightened on the wheel. The hospital was minutes away. The siren grew louder. He eased off the gas. The car rolled to a stop on the side of Riverton Road. "Jamal, don't stop," Maya groaned, clutching her belly. Jamal glanced in the rear view. His sister's face was tight with pain. The baby was coming fast. "We're almost there," he muttered. Officer Reese stepped out, flashlight in hand, moving with slow authority. He didn't glance at Maya. "License and registration." "Officer, my sister's in labor," Jamal said quickly. "We need to get to the hospital." "Step out of the car," Reese ordered. Jamal hesitated. "Please. She's having contractions less than 5 minutes apart." "I said step out." Reese's hand hovered near his holster. Maya cried out in pain, her voice shaking. "Jamal, we can't." "Sir," Jamal said, forcing himself to stay calm. "This is a medical emergency." Reese smirked. "Not my problem." Now, rain got louder. Maya's breathing quickened. The hospital was still minutes away, and the man blocking their path had no intention of letting them go. Jamal stepped out. The rain hit like cold slaps, but he didn't flinch. His hoodie clung to him. He stayed still, watching Maya through the window. Reese took the license and stepped back, circling the car like he was looking for trouble. Maya's breathing slowed for a second. Then another contraction ripped through her. "Hands on the hood," Reese said. "Officer, she needs a doctor. Now. Hands. On the hood." Jamal did it. Reese patted him down, rough and quick. "You were speeding and running lights. That's reckless driving." "I had my hazards on. You can see she's in labor. Don't tell me how to do my job." In the car, Maya's fists hit the seat. Another contraction slammed through her. She screamed, fist pounding the seat, then the window. Her voice cracked. "Jamal!" He turned his head toward the car. "Just hang on. Eyes forward," Reese snapped. A second patrol car pulled up, lights flashing. Officer Keene stepped out, younger, eyes darting between Jamal and Maya. "What's going on?" "Reckless driver. Won't comply," Reese said. Keene looked at Maya, saw her bent over, gasping for air. "She's pregnant." "I know what I'm looking at," Reese cut in. "We'll sort that out after I'm done." Across the street, a man in a gray hoodie stopped and pulled out his phone, recording. "Hey, man," he called out. "Is she okay?" "Mind your business," Reese barked. She wasn't just anyone in labor, but they didn't know that yet. Maya lifted her head, voice breaking. "Please, call my husband." Jamal froze. He'd never heard her ask for him like that before, not unless it was serious. The man in the hoodie stepped closer. "Who's your husband?" Maya's lips trembled. "David Richardson." The man filming froze. "Wait, like the mayor?" The name hit like a slap in the rain. Reese laughed. "Yeah, sure. And I'm the governor." Keene looked uneasy now. "Reese, maybe we should let them go." "No, she can wait. He can wait. I'm finishing this stop." Maya screamed again, clutching her belly. She was gasping. Fast. Painful. "Officer," Jamal said, voice tight. "If anything happens to her or that baby." Reese stepped in close. "You'll do what?" "Get back on the hood." The man in the hoodie lifted his phone again, speaking loud enough for the camera. "Mayor Richardson, if you're watching this, your wife is on the side of Riverton Road in labor, and these guys won't let her go." Reese's jaw tightened. "Turn that phone off or I'll..." "You'll what?" The man shot back. "Hit me? Go ahead. I'm live streaming." Water ran down the lens. Thousands were already watching. Jamal's hands pressed flat to the hood. He could feel his own heartbeat in his palms. Keene shifted his weight, eyes flicking toward the road. In the distance, a black SUV was moving fast in their direction. Jamal saw it too. Something about the way it closed the gap made his pulse jump. Maya's head leaned back against the seat, eyes closed. "He's coming," she whispered. The SUV didn't slow. The black SUV skidded to a stop behind the patrol cars. The doors burst open. Two men in dark suits stepped out, moving fast. Reese straightened, hand drifting toward his holster. "Stay back," he barked. The rear door of the SUV opened, and out stepped a tall man in a navy overcoat, eyes locked on Reese. David Richardson, the mayor. He didn't waste a second. "Move away from the car," he said. His tone shut the whole street down. His hair was wet, his coat half open from the run. He'd been moving fast for miles. Reese smirked, still not connecting the dots. "Sir, this is a police matter. That's my wife in that car," the mayor snapped. That smile disappeared. Reese glanced at Maya for the first time. Her face was pale, lips trembling, sweat dripping down her temples. Keen froze where he stood. "Mayor, I told him." Reese shot him a look. "Don't." David yanked the door open, dropped to his knees and grabbed her hand. "I'm here," he said, voice shaking. Maya tried to smile, but another scream cut it off. "She needs a hospital now," Jamal said, stepping off the hood. Reese blocked him. "You're not going anywhere until I'm done." David straightened slowly, turning to face Reese. "Done with what?" "Reckless driving. Failure to comply." Reese rattled off, but his voice wasn't as steady now. The man in the hoodie was still recording. "You hear this, Mayor? He's saying you can wait your turn." David stepped closer to Reese until they were eye to eye. "Do you have any idea what you've done tonight?" Reese swallowed. "Sir, You delayed a woman in labor. You heard her scream, and you did nothing. You held her family on the side of the road while she begged for help." Reese's jaw tightened, but he tried one last push. Protocol, David cut in, "doesn't give you the right to endanger lives for your ego." Keen shifted, clearly uncomfortable. "Mayor, do you want me to?" "Yes," David said without looking at him. "Call the chief. Tell him Officer Reese is relieved of duty as of right now." Reese's eyes widened. "You can't." David turned slightly, loud enough for the camera to catch every word. "I can, and I will, because this is not the first time I've heard about you, Officer Reese." The street went quiet except for Maya's labored breathing. 2 years ago, you pulled me over, said a donation might make a ticket disappear. I let it slide. I figured you'd learn. You didn't." Reese's mouth opened, but nothing came out. David stepped back toward the SUV. "Jamal, help her in. We're going to the hospital now." Jamal moved fast, helping Maya out of the back seat. Keen stepped forward to assist, glaring at Reese as he passed. The mayor looked over his shoulder one last time. "Turn in your badge tonight, Reese. If you're still wearing it in the morning, I'll make sure the whole city knows exactly who you are." The SUV's doors closed, engine roaring to life. Pulled away, taillights fading into the rain. Reese stood frozen in the flashing red and blue glow, the man in the hoodie still streaming every second. The SUV sped off toward County General, leaving Reese standing in the rain. The younger officer, Keen, holstered his radio and walked up to him. "You heard the man," Keen said. "You're done." Reese tried to laugh it off. "The mayor can't fire me on the spot." "He just did," Keen cut in. "And the chief's on his way here." Reese's jaw clenched. He looked over at the man in the hoodie, still holding up his phone. "Stop recording." The man grinned. "Too late. Thousands are watching right now." Reese's eyes flicked toward the second patrol car. Keen stepped in his path. "Don't even think about running this through dispatch as anything other than what it is." Headlights appeared in the distance. A black sedan pulled up and parked at the curb. Chief Alvarez stepped out, coat pulled tight against the rain. "Reese," the chief said, his voice low but sharp. "Give me your badge." Reese shook his head. "Chief, you don't know what really—" "I watched the live feed," Alvarez interrupted. "You ignored a medical emergency, harassed the driver, and tried to flex authority you don't have. Badge. Now." The silence stretched. Reese finally reached up, unclipped the badge from his chest, and dropped it into the chief's hand. Gun too, Alvarez said. Reese's fingers tightened on the grip before he slowly set it in the chief's other hand. Go home, Alvarez said. Internal Affairs will be in touch tomorrow. Reese looked like he wanted to say more, but the words wouldn't come. He turned, walked to his cruiser, and drove off without turning on the lights. Keen exhaled, shaking his head. That's it then. No, Alvarez said, glancing toward the phone still streaming. That's just the beginning. The mayor's going to make an example out of this. By morning, the video had spread across every major platform. Headlines screamed, "Officer delays pregnant mayor's wife during labor," and "Traffic stop sparks outrage in Riverton." Clips from the live stream played on every local news station. Viewers saw Maya's pale, pained face in the back seat, Jamal trying to stay calm, and Reese smirking in the rain. They saw the moment David Richardson arrived and stripped the officer of his authority on the spot. Outside City Hall, reporters swarmed. The mayor stood at a podium with Maya, now holding their newborn daughter, and Jamal at his side. Last night was a wake-up call, David said. When a police officer's ego outweighs their duty to protect, the public suffers. This administration will not allow that. He announced a new citywide directive. We're calling it the Maya Richardson Emergency Response Act. In any emergency medical situation, traffic stops are to be ended immediately, with police escort provided if needed. The crowd erupted in applause. Across town, Reese sat alone in his apartment. No one called. Not his partner. Not his friends. He kept checking his phone. Nothing. Jamal's voice played over the news footage. If he'd treated us like people instead of suspects, this story wouldn't exist. He thought nobody would care. Now his name's everywhere. And for the first time that night, Officer Reese finally understood. It wasn't just his badge he'd lost.